Hello everyone. The other day after completing my Artificer's first Magma solo, I decided to take a run at Aqua and Vertigo, which were the only maps I haven't soloed yet. I was going to start with Vertigo, but I had an Aqua Wave 7 hidey hole that I wanted to test out, and happily, after screwing around and exploring the map a little more, I found a camp spot that works relatively well, so I figured I'd test that out too. Things to note before this gets started. Bad news, this run is longer than long, so grab a snack and some coffee before getting started. I was too lazy to respec, so I'm not running the right build for this, and I wanted to test this new spot, so I stay in the position when I don't need to and return to it more often than I need to because I want to get a feel for how the enemies are going to respond through the various waves. The good news though is that I knew it was going to run long, so I did a legit recording rather than grabbing the footage afterwards, so the length didn't get cut off this time. On top of that, we're still running Portuguese language lessons, and I forgot to grab the build info on this one, and since it was so long, I didn't bother getting it after the fact. I'm running Tier 2 Disruptor and Tier 2 Assault Rifle amps. My equipment is the 20% boost to assault rifle damage, and the build for the Jug is a combo setup, which, as I said, was very much the wrong option for this run, especially since Shockwave is basically pointless here. I mean, it does knock some enemies off, but, you know, it's not really necessary. But since I'm tired of buying respecs, I just ran with it, which was a mistake time-wise. Alright, let's get into it. The spot is right at LZ in the little hole where people like to do the ground pound, but we're going to set up on this box right here. Take note, climbing on top of the box gives you the in-cover shield, which you keep for pretty much any direction you face. If you somehow lose the shield, just spin back towards the wall to get it to pop back up. And here's the good news. As long as you're on this box before the enemies spawn, you'll have a much easier time with the waves. Ascendants, Krogan, Behemoths, Destins, Fiends, they'll all leave you alone as long as you're on the box. That being said, if you get knocked off the box, the Krogan and the Behemoths will come for you, even if you climb back up. If you can drop them before they knock you off again, they'll stay at their respawn point because you were already on the box when they spawned. But any that are actively already on the map when you fall, they're going to know where you are. Initially I was doing this on Outlaw since that's my current go-to enemy type. But Hydras will sit up top on kind of like towards the center of LZ, and while you can't see them, they can see you, and they'll fire missile barrages, most of which miss, but a few of them hit, and that knocks you off the box. And I suspect that the same can be said for the nullifiers if you're using Remnant as your enemy type, but I haven't tested that out yet. Though it is worth noting that against Outlaws, getting knocked off the box isn't the end of the world. Even with a combo set up for your Jug, you can brute force most of the waves if you just find a good corner to hunker down in. Against the Kett, we don't see any Hydras until later waves, so on these initial waves, the biggest danger is going to be the Saboteurs because their energy drain staggers you and can knock you off the box. So drop them as soon as possible. I also got knocked off by a Pariah at one point, so it could be that their shotgun has an impact knockback, but I've only saw it the one time and I could have been wrong. Maybe it wasn't the Pariah that knocked me off. You'll want to make sure that you're constantly swiveling. Enemies can drop from the left, directly in front of you, or to the right, and they can also come from the path that's to the right. Against Outlaw, those last three enemies are always going to be the Krogan.
One to go. Enemies down. Keep your guard up.
This armor rocks!
And to review. Recuperação. Recovery.
Find artifacts and return to the drop point.
It would have been so nice to have running fortify for these objectives, but no, I had to be lazy. Rookie mistake, linguist. Rookie mistake. I got in the habit of dropping back in here after each drop-off to give me a free moment out of the line of fire so I can scout the next spawn. And then I have a clear path out and to the back of the map for kiting. That's one health pack gone.
Lost shields! Got an ascendant!
Artifact is secure. Nearly through. Got the drop.
Ascendant! Shields are out!
All objects accounted for.
Okay, since there's no Krogan on this wave, it's safe for me to climb back up here. The Ascendants will end up pathing back and forth up above and by the back of the pathway over there. And they won't come down here unless I stay on the ground for too long. Actually not sure why that Ascendant fired the orb and the other hasn't. But oh well, now it's going to come closer because I'm on the ground.
Heads up!
One RPG down.
Lost shields!
Just 3 hostiles remaining.
Now, it's not unusual to find 2 Destined hanging out by the water cooler, but one of those is a Saboteur. These guys are definitely up to no good.
That hurt them. Be ready.
This armor rocks!
Okay, wave 3 against the Kett means Krogan. Since I'm up here before they spawn, they'll stay at their spawn point, but if I fall, they're gonna come running. This wave also means observers, so don't stop swiveling.
Got an ascendant!
For some reason, sometimes when you climb up onto the box and face this direction, the in-cover shield drops, so keep an eye on that. It doesn't always happen, but if it does, just turn back to the wall to get it to pop back up again. So as you can see, this is most definitely not viable for speedrunning. The Jug can actually brute force the waves on Outlaw almost twice as fast as this. But there's something to be said for this position because it doesn't require top tier weapons to survive, while the brute force option most definitely does.
Shields down!
I haven't seen any Krogan enter from this direction. They all tend to path upward and then drop down the hole from LZ. So that Krogan will be behind me in just a moment.
3 left. Go get them. Enemy's clear. Keep it up.
Good work.
Ah, the Chefe.
Key enemy personnel
boss
are tracked
wave.
at that location. Take them out.
Understood. Fiend in play.
Target down.
Get down. Shields
Squad
down.
member
First
down.
revive gone.
Scratch one target.
Now, since the behemoth spawned while I was out and about, I'm going to return to the camp box and let it come to me, so I'll have a degree of protection from the other enemies while I try and drop it. An RPG to stop his regeneration.
Shields are out.
And another one, again, to stop his regeneration.
Target down. Good work.
I now have 2 RPGs left.
Get down.
No idea what that was, but it had me worried in game. I thought I was crashing or something.
Lost shields.
Ooh, Ascendant juggling. For anyone who thinks Ascendants are evil, they're really just misunderstood. All they want to do is dance.
Shields down. Last one. Shields are out.
Sensors clear for now. Great shooting.
Okay, wave 5. We're going to have a Behemoth and a Blaze Hydra. Now, the Behemoth, like the Krogan, is going to stay at its spawn point as long as I'm on the box, but the Blaze Hydra won't.
Hostiles en route.
It's going to be a problem. As I mentioned at the beginning of this, Hydras will position towards the center of LZ and fire missiles down through the opening.
Hydra.
So my first order of business is going to be to use my remaining RPGs and hopefully break the Hydra's targeting before it knocks me off the box. Since the Blaze is up there, left hand of dooming the floor, I'm going to assume that the RPGs did the trick. Now, as long as I don't get knocked down, I should be good. Oh, got lucky there. The energy drain must have been nullified by the remnant armor's invulnerability.
Shields down. Heads up.
Well, that one knocked me off, but I think we're good now. Not many enemies left.
Shields down. Take cover.
3 left. Go get 'em.
Shields are out. Hydra on the field.
What the hell? They're clearly plotting something sinister. Okay, there we go. Their coffee break's over. Time to get back to the match.
Last one.
Anyone else noticing what I am about this behemoth? It's only doing melee. That means that during the whole wave, while it wasn't coming down to my camp spot, it was still firing its AoE cannon, and now it's out of them. That's key information right there. That also means if I can get to a high point that he can't reach, I can gun him down without issue. And I happen to know a spot that fits the bill. Checkmate, Mr. Super Krogan. But at this point, I realized I'd been at this for almost half an hour and I needed to use the bathroom. So I left the Super Krogan to ponder his fate and I put the controller down.
Enemies cleared. Stay alert.
This armor rocks.
Okay. Dispositivos. Devices. This means I'm really about to regret not respecking out of combo jug and into running Fortify. Especially given the fact that I very clearly bypassed my usual donation of aid consumables to the RNG during Wave 2.
Get down.
Second health pack gone. Third health pack gone. And the fourth, why not?
Take up.
One problem gone. One problem gone.
Lost shields.
Squad member down.
Second revive gone.
Hang in there, Apex.
I was not hopeful about this spawn point, but I'm pretty sure I heard the Jug yell, "Get some!" as I charged in.
Take cover!
All enemy devices
That was
shut
too
down. Good
easy.
job.
I don't trust it. I only saw one Krogan, so I'm going to head back to the camp spot and try and drop it before it knocks me off the box. Then maybe I can just tank the Behemoth's AoE from on top of the box. Damn it, there were two. And now I have to get the hell out of Dodge before the Ascendant pops up in here and gets handsy.
Get down! Shields down!
Okay, sharpshooters have to go. Can't have them being sneaky.
Lost shields!
I haven't been counting, but that's easily the 5th or 6th time the Remnant Armor's invulnerability has been kick-ass. If you're not running it, you're doing something wrong. Dragons excluded, of course.
Incoming! Shields are out! Heads up!
Oh, time to die, sharpshooter.
Take cover!
go.
Oh!
Shields down.
Wait. Behemoth first. I'll save the Destined because of the Wave 7 hidey hole that I want to test out. He's better for the last enemy. Oh, we know what this means. This guy's out of his evil AoEs also.
Lost shields. Last one.
Okay, so in a team match, most enemies will ignore you in this spot. And the few that come close to the spot where you jump down, they just stare at you. For the most part, the only real danger comes from enemies that shoot you from over where the Destined is. Now, my hope is that since I'm here before the Wave 7 spawn, and since no one else is here to make the enemies move, that they'll just stay at their spawn points and leave me alone while I wait out the clock. Alright, here we go.
Shuttle incoming. Get to the extraction zone.
Oh shit, that didn't even kind of work. Clearly the wrong enemy type for this spot.
Shields are out. Heads up. Take cover. Shields down. Hydra on the field. Shields
There
down.
goes my third revive. Fine, one last dance.
Mission complete. Full team secured. Good work.
Well, even accounting for the intermission, this was way longer than I was expecting it to be. Respecking out of Combo Jug would have definitely saved a few minutes, easy. And going on the offensive rather than feeling out the enemy response to the new spot, I mean, that definitely would have helped as well. But it's over. Aqua hath fallen. Now all I have left is Vertigo. And that should be interesting because I've found a similar spot there where Krogan will wait to be the last to die. And LZ teleportation applies to Wave 7 there, assuming I can pull off the setup because it's tricky. But that's a video for another day. Until then, thanks for watching.